But I guess let me think of like the best kind of dungeon game of a dungeon that did that, or like did traps right. Because honestly, I can't really think of one. Does anybody have a good? Oh yeah, this is beautiful graphic glitch.
Oh my god. I never really knew that. Wow, this looks awesome. Now up there should be Kronos, the keeper of the ore. That's the one water mage where I get the ice through. You know, that guy who just runs 37 around around the ore mount. I guess it's kind of like the clock of the new camp. He's just running around the ore mount like the second hand, and he's just waiting for two other mages who should play the role of the minute and the hour hand. I don't know. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show
Man, that
you
was a
in here
quality
in
joke.
that camp.
And yeah,
I just
I'm currently trying to think of
wanted
of a game of good dungeons.
camp. So
I guess Legend of Grimrock had really
later.
great dungeons, like with good traps, good design, like
Okay,
good
we're back.
puzzles, and
According to
etc.
my clock, I got 6 minutes
Yeah,
left. As you see, I'm in front of the
it's a
all
quality
camp.
joke,
So
Machil. Hey, look at me. I'm a born comedian, eh?
wait, because we're going to
I'm glad. I'm
start
glad we.
the
I'm
next
glad I
area.
caught that.
But you don't.
It's a good one, and it takes too long to.
We're going
Ocarina
to
of
see
Time.
later
Oh,
what
the
the
thing is,
next
I've never
area
played any
is.
Zelda games.
It just makes everything a little bit easier.
But from what I've seen through LPs and other stuff, yeah, Zelda games actually
All flowers
did
for
have pretty good ones.
stuff. And well, if you go back to the old camp, I would recommend you.
All right. Good
I would
night, Lucky
recommend you
Sparkle. All right, buddy.
to don't go the way
But yes, I know. This
because
is like one of the weird things about me is like even though I should technically like the Zelda games, I still haven't played. I still haven't finished a
long
single one. Like I
ways
started a couple of them.
because there's
Like for
always some bugs
example,
there.
I think I started
Like
Ocarina of
for
Time
example,
and the
scavenge and also some block flies.
and
So that
which
half
what is the one with
the
the moon
river
crashing onto the
forest.
people?
Go
How is it
later,
called
Gabby.
again?
There much stuff to much
Um,
stuff to experience
Ocarina of
here.
Time is the one
But
with
don't
the time
go
travel thing.
through the forest because it's
Ah,
dangerous.
Majora's Mask. There we go.
There are wolves
I
and
started that one, but I got
other stuff
confused,
which
or it just didn't really
are
get through.
meant for you. So well, we're back at the old
But I
camp. Let's
played
finish the quests.
Breath of Wild at a buddy's place,
Next
which
quest
was
and
decent. Oh, the one thing I truly experienced afterwards, or really truly realized at this point is, um, like Jim Sterling got a lot of shit for criticizing the game, and only gave it a 7 out of 10. One big reason was because weapons break the whole fucking time, and fuck me, it is really annoying. Like holy crap! Like what were you thinking? I know that it's good that you have to like cycle through weapons, but it was horrible. Like every fucking shit breaks after a couple of hits. It's ridiculous. It's worse than Dark Souls 2
myself,
for most of them. For most of,
I will
but for most
also
of
without
two
making
and them,
production money.
then lost a save and then
So
Link to the past.
first, what
Ah,
else
yes, I
did
also played Link of the Past. A Link to the
still
Past, but
miss kind
I
of
think I got stuck in that
nice
section where you turn into a bunny
items. Yeah,
and like have some sort of
sturdy.
weird mirror dimension
The
thing.
whole camp
I think I got
is
stuck
getting
there and I just never
angry because
bothered to
we're not
continue or to figure out what the fuck I'm
balanced
supposed to
correctly.
do.
There's
It
some
was
sleeping
it
ores
was
and
pretty
everything.
entertaining though to play,
So, you know what?
but
Let's just
for some
take
reason
a
just didn't catch my
look
attention
at the
for
other
too long.
side. I'm sorry for backtracking. Or no. No, I won't. This time I won't fuck around with the diggers. Otherwise they're getting angry again. So we'll just take a nap at Diego's hut. Ah, what a fan.
Actually, I have a Soldier Dungeon I've been
Right.
playing. Just
And
don't
it's
want to
8
miss
o'clock.
stuff.
Everything should be fine and dandy.
Oh yeah, I can imagine
Yeah,
that.
there's Forest. So we got rid of Mordrak. We didn't
Oh
kill
yeah,
him because
there
he's
was another game
he
that was
stayed at
basically
the
a
old
huge dungeon.
mount.
Did anybody hear about the game Arx Fatalis? Yes, I think it's yeah Arx Fatalis is the game's name, but Arx Liberatis is the
Oh
mod,
no! Please don't
the
tell me
new mod.
that it's that guy which I.
No,
Oh no! He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Mad.
Hey you! Aren't you the guy who wants to join the camp? I can help you. There are two guys sitting around outside the camp.
Why do so many people sound so black in this game?
Which should have arrived with the last convoy. One of them should still be in possession of the amulet. If we attack them together, we should manage. I couldn't do it on my own. What do you say?
Count me in.
Alright, just tell me when we can start.
We do that later. First to get some experience by concluding.
Or am I just kind of a closet racist for saying he sounds kind of black?
Collected the stuff.
I have it on
for,
Steam.
for
Yeah, I imagine you have it on Steam. Although that game doesn't have any achievements. I'm not even sure if it has trading cards. But yeah, the game Ars Fatalis is also basically a huge dungeon crawler in the sense that everything is underground for... I don't even remember why it all is underground. I think it's some sort of post-apocalyptic thing. But it's still medieval-ish. But yeah, everything is just a huge fucking cave. Which I guess is a good excuse because it's a really old RPG, so they didn't have the problem of like draw distance.
We're walking in circles. I mean, I don't know where you want to go.
You don't need to know it. I'm waiting for a certain dialogue. He's telling you why he's got kicked into the old camp in the colony.
How often have I told you bastards not to run through my hut?
What's your problem?
Leave me alone, man. Everyone's a problem with me. It all started when I built my hut. Don't build your hut close to the ditch, they said. But none of these bastards told me what would happen if I still did it. When I came back from the mine a few days ago, I had a second door. Those pigs, I hate them. I can't tell you how much I hate them. Now everybody runs through my hut. Every idiot.
Oh, poor guy. Okay, I save you and we conclude our quests later, so just be careful with that enough. Au revoir.
Let's see if I can get... Oh, okay, there's no alt-tabbing here.
Beautiful and welcome back around to Let's Play Gothic.
PewDiePie situation?
Finally
That I'm a closet racist? Or what do you mean with that?
what happened?
Going down 1, 2, then again.
I want to
Yeah, I was about to say, like, going through dungeons in Diablo 1 and 2 isn't really a big difference to me.
You can come to my place, no problem.
no, I won't come to your place. I want to talk to Snap. Because I finally got the things.
British
The
does.
things you wanted from me. Good. I just have to add them. Then the stew will be ready. Wait.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they reused Colin Risen Free as, like, one of the many cameos. Or, how would you say that? Throwbacks. Like, I mean, there is, Risen 1 here? No, not Risen 1 here. Yeah, Risen 1 hero, Mud, and Kyle, and Risen 3 as a throwback. Or was there also one more? I'm not sure anymore.
I would say.
It could be there were even more of them.
I just think what he made it to the sheeps of poor peasants. It just needs a
Oh yes, Mo as well.
Some people constantly try to beat me up. Horrible guys from the new camp.
Put that
Real
bloody weapon
cutthroats.
away now.
And next time I'll tell them that they'll have you to deal with in the future. Then they'll be dead scared.
Just shut the hell up.
Enough.
So finally,
I like that he specifically gets 0 experience.
much. We speak to him later. First, we finish the
Not
test
sure
of
saying a
faith.
word makes you
From
closet.
Diego.
Not sure saying a word makes you closet racist. Inquisition speech level speech.
Diego.
Oh, because he dropped the word nigger. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
I'm kind of tired of this whole situation. I have the same kind of idea. I mean, it's
Well done. That'll get you.
yeah, it's like different layers of racism. Like one is the casual racism where you just
Hit me. What was that for?
I'll hit you again in a second. I'm into that.
You're a lunatic, man. I don't want to have anything to do with you.
Oh, poor Mod.
Hold it.
Alright, in the sense that the casual racism where you just find it either completely okay or even funny to use terms like these, which I wouldn't say are as damaging per se.
Yeah.
And of course the actual races, like, I don't know, the KKK type of stuff. And I see what people are like, that they're trying to fight, like the kind of casual racism where they think it's kind of salon, how do you say that, salon able that you can that using these terms. But I mean, in that concept you could clearly say he just says it out of accident, like in the heat of the moment, and he instantly regrets it as well. Like when he said nigger, he was like instantly, oh shit, like that was kind of an oh shit realization. I guess although it's kind of a question, did he had that reaction because he was sorry for saying it, or did he have the reaction because he knew, oh shit, this is going to blow up throughout the whole internet? But it's such a retarded topic. Oh hey, look, I said another naughty word. But yeah, my general stance on this is that it's always about the intention and not about the word itself, because a word is only as powerful as you let it be, and if you make a huge fuss out of it every time a word is said, then obviously it's going to have an impact. It's kind of like, I mean, what is going to happen if somebody mentions a word? It's not like Beetlejuice, where if you say it 3 times, it shows up. So if you say nigger 3 times, like the stereotypical character from like 30s cartoons or so will pop up and go ooga booga at you. It's just, yeah. But I mean, in the end, I still would be respectful in these kind of things. Like I would never mention this word around other people, like around people that could get potentially offended by it. And I mean people who do get offended because it affects them, and not people that get affected for other people. Because I always find that kind of patronizing, in the sense that, oh, I have to get offended for you because you don't seem to be able to or you aren't able to fend for yourself because you're a minority or some shit like that. At least in a sense. But yes, it's a difficult topic in the end, and it's clearly not a black and white thing where just one party is right and one party is full of shit.
Where you can find health mushrooms. So, you as
But so much about this kind of shit.
shit as possible. Whoa, that was weird.
What the fuck happened?
His car,
Alright.
lower as much shit as possible.
Whoop.
Whoa, that
Oh,
was
okay.
weird.
Haha, black and white.
His car. So, yeah.
Well, it is also in that sense not clearly black and white. I mean, there's so many. I always find it kind of hilarious when there's like the point of where it's like people determining, is this person really black enough to say something like that. I mean, they're like, how they're called. Like there is a person, how is she called again? Rachel Dolezal or something like that, who describes herself as a trans black person. So somebody who used to be white and now is transitioned to black, or some absolutely retarded shit like that. Or also,
As you see, we can also take
how is he called? Like something King, but I'm not sure. Not Talcum, Malcolm. I don't remember. Like he has this nickname Talcum X because he constantly says he's black, although he's kind of I would say he's more of an Hispanic skin tone, but whatever the fuck. It's in the end a absolute retarded topic and something that is just
natural environment.
something I'm actually trying to stay away from, but I guess it's only going to be more relevant more and more. I seriously have to fear that shit like this will sooner or later also reach Switzerland, and we'll have the whole fucking shit over here as well, because basically everybody. Because apparently everybody goes after like America always sets the point for a future. So people will pick something up over from America and it will sooner or later integrate into Switzerland. Which there are some. I mean, there are some things I read, like I've seen in America, which. What the hell?
Come on, attack them.
But I'm rambling again.
Why you didn't notice?
Thinking you a shitstorm if I feel the same way, and
No, don't attack me.
it's a matter of. It is what matters and not the word. Sorry for bringing it up. Always
It
makes
really takes
a shit mood.
very long time.
No problem. It's I find it kind of interesting to discuss about it, but I know at the same time that it's always easy food for like easy food for like outrage or Jesus Christ. I'm getting my ass kicked in the LP in the meantime. Like it's a sensitive topic that can easily get really emotional. Like I know that, but because I've been part of a internet forum that is really fucking touchy on that subject. I mean, I would call myself I would call my view or my opinion as kind of moderate, but for them I was a fucking Nazi. Like I used to have the nickname like how did I say that? The lawyer, Nazi of the lawyers, lawyer of the Nazis or something like that. Because in general, I'm also always the kind of person that if he reads news about something or something, it's always the kind of thing where the first questions are always like, why is it like that? How could that happen? Or just always trying to see like the other point of view. Because there's still like this, my general opinion or just my general feel is that nobody is like he is without a reason. And there's always a way or well, not always a way, but it's always best to engage with somebody. I mean, one thing I've recently seen on Reddit, there was like a other point of view, for God's sake. Like one thing that I found really nice or really interesting was like on Reddit MAA, Ask Me Anything, from a black singer and I guess also activist who converted around 50 people of the KKK because he engaged with them. I mean, imagine that. A black guy going to KKK meetings. I heard the end. Couch will be the headlines. Oh, I don't really think I'll be famous enough to do that, but you can like, maybe you can like clip it and send it to BuzzFeed or so. Maybe there will be some sort of reaction to it. But yes, there was a guy that, a black singer and activist in general that went to KKK meetings and tried or did not even tried. He has successfully converted or got a converted or. Well, not converted, but he convinced people to change their opinion. And I mean, KKK members are like I mean, he is like in the middle of the enemy, but he still somehow was able to pull it off. It's kind of and also it's incredibly brave. It's like he as an enemy goes exactly into the den of the lion, and still somehow manages to come out ahead or like. Yeah, you know what I wanted to say. But I found that pretty inspiring and especially really brave. Oh, am I just punching scavengers now? But yes, so much about that. Also, hey, if I'm in the headlines tomorrow, at least I'll get more fame. Even negative publicity is publicity. I mean, how else is Alex Jones so famous? Or where else there is. So as a general question to you, Velma, did you expect the stream to be like that, or did you have something else in mind?
Down there lies the camp of the Brotherhood. Go through the gate and speak to my brothers. I'm sure you haven't come here for nothing. Ask for Kor Kalam. He's in charge of the novices and tutors. I'll go back to the old camp. There are still many infidels who need to be guided to the right path. Good luck.
I could do so. It's a pity that his health isn't that he's still so healthy. Otherwise, I mostly just try to knock him down and steal his weapon because it's a pretty strong one. But we get one with the same power here in the camp. So this is it.
Greetings, stranger.
Oh, that would be nice of you. That would be nice of you if you rap me up for views. It's always good. Although I would have the problem that if you wrap me up for something like that, I would probably get like a lot of Kekistani kitties, which would also be really fucking annoying at that point. You're making fun less than expected, but still good. Well, it's kind of hard to pay attention because it's always the kind of thing that I also just don't want to sit in front of the camera doing nothing. Maybe. And it's also hard because most of the things that happen is just dialogue from the game itself, which isn't that interesting in the end.
Pissed off. Let's just show it to you.
Is everything all right, pal?
Yeah, he just does this. I don't know. This doesn't sound to me like a sign. It's just more
LP means let's play.
racist wild boar or whatever.
Seen your LP several times. Oh, that's nice.
Never do that again. It's sacrilege. If a master wants to talk to you, he shall address you.
Okay, I got it.
But I want to talk to your master.
Forget it. I'm sure I can help you with any of your problems.
Who are you?
I'm Lester. I take care of the strangers who arrive here.
I want to become a member of the Brotherhood.
Yeah, it's just regular dialogue.
You're ready to join the Brotherhood. But he relies
Yeah, if you want to see this LP, especially, it's on my YouTube channel. So you'll have it without me babbling the whole time in front of it. Swamp weed.
It might not look like it, but the gurus
Well, I guess one thing I could also do is just start skipping through the dialogue and just listen to, so I get to sections where I can hear my commentary. But
they'll talk to.
I'm not sure.
In the camp to prove that you're worthy.
We're going to say in Spanish. What? Why should I say that in Spanish? Well, what did it sound like I wanted to say in Spanish? Oh, in Spanish on my YouTube channel or what? I don't speak a single word. Well, some words Spanish, like manzanas rojas, or hombre guapo, or señorita guapa, or pantalones grande.
Follow me.
And you also can talk to him about Balmaneep, how to get the attention of Balmaneep. This place is really mazy. It doesn't look like it, but as I played this game first, I got so lost. I was just totally where the fuck I am, where I need to go, where's the freaking exit. It's really hard to just find your way through that camp without Lester's help at the beginning. Without Lester, you're pretty much lost. But of course, I know more or less now where it is. I mean, it's my playthrough number 9, 8, so I know this place pretty good.
There was a time when things would have gone
That's the smithy. Have a look around.
Orientate my screw it, find my way around.
About Balmaneep.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
How can I get your master to talk to me?
You have to know what he wants to hear.
Okay, I definitely have to listen to a bit more to my commentary because it's pretty fun to hear, but also beautiful. Sadly, I thought I was going to have like the same anecdote I just had during the stream where I got lost for the first time in this place.
Pronounce the old gods, and that
Los Boyos Hermanos. Oh man, can't wait for the next season of not Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. After all, it was this huge cliffhanger, as always. But in the meantime, I still have BoJack Horseman.
May the sleeper protect you.
Alright, we need to say that he should go back
Show me the way.
to the main gate. He's just walking back to the main gate, so we're like in the old camp, we're going to plunder them. Is that even an English word? We're just going to steal their stuff.
Still their stuff.
Oh crap. There we go. Wonderful axe. 29 damage. Some mandibles of the crawler and blade and raw steel we could smith, but I'm too lazy to smith that. We would get like 37 raw swords, crude swords. So I equip the eggs and we just simply sell that stuff. You can smith it if you want to.
Hi, I'm.
Let's equip the eggs, not the axe. Let's equip eggs instead. Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't want to use plunder as a word. Maybe because plunder is also a German word for a piece of pastry. So I was a bit confused.
He's also just half shit. Only thing he has is a nail club. That is even worse as the weapon we got first in the game. So get the normal. You can even buy that stuff and smith it to crude swords. We also get a little bit more money. But I'm not doing that. Yeah, money. You don't really need to worry about money that much. Just sell some random stuff that you get to 200 ore. There we go. Thanks a lot. So it's the perfect place moment to stop the video here. In the next episode, we are going to do some quests for the Sect Loonies, so don't miss that episode.
Yeah, don't miss it, guys.
Hola! Konnichiwa and welcome back around to Let's Play Gothic. So, we arrived at the swamp camp and now we're going to do some quests. Like, do you remember how I got there it is.
How old was I? It was 2008, like February 2008 it was recorded. So I was 18. No, my birthday is in October, so it was 18. So pretty young. But yes, just above the I was an adult at that point. I know I didn't kill Homer's lurker yet. Ah yes, this is, I think, where I give him the joint.
I thought this has totally different other effect, but we better we did nothing. We just better buzz off.
Oh, which day? Mine is on the 11th of October. But please don't write that down and then wish me happy birthday or some shit like that. That is awkward.
He's one who wants to see if he have the power.
Wait, seriously?
Power of the sleep.
You have at the same day. You have the same birthday as me? At the same day? Aww. That's adorable. So we can celebrate birthday together. Yeah!
Wanted to show that because it takes like 5 minutes.
Hey, you've spoken to me. Does that mean I may talk to you now?
I see you've become familiar with our rules. That's good. I can feel your great spiritual strength. Soon you'll be allowed to join our community. I have spoken to you, because I wanted to give you a chance to prove your loyalty.
How can I prove my loyalty?
Most of all, we need new souls to join our community. By recruiting one more man,
Okay, this guy also sounds like
willing to do good
like one of those black gospel priests. Maybe it's just
Oh,
me that
totally forgot what I
that everybody sounds like a black guy to me, but
totally knew what I forget.
so he restarted the top with that same topic
Now
again.
what I forget at the old camp. There's one guy named Dust who wanted to join the second camp, and I forgot to talk to him, but we can do that later. Because this is quite annoying quest because you need to run back to the old camp, talk to him, run back to the second camp, talk to another guy, then run back up to the old camp and bring that guy Dusty back to the swamp camp. And well, yeah, we need to, this is the friend of Dusty who already came here, so we need to ask him how he's doing. But after we talk to Dusty, that means I need to run to the old camp. For getting information about the gurus, you need to talk to Yoru. He's that guy who gives you tips how you can impress most of the gurus. But because I know that, I don't really need to talk to him. So the next ball is there, but we need to do another quest.
Yeah, it's in most also in Gothic 2 it's the same, that you just join one of the camps and then you start as a subclass and then you get promoted after. Like if you join the sec camp, you become a novice, and then later on you can get promoted to a you get promoted to a Templar. And if you join the new camp, you become a bandit, and then you later get promoted to a mercenary or a water mage. And if you join the old camp, you become a shadow, and then you get promoted to a guard or a fire mage. And there's also some special cases, like you can become also other classes. It's like, for example, you can become as a mage. For example, if you reach the 6th circle, you become a necromancer, because the 6th circle of magic is the necromancy circle, which is the forbidden circle in this game.
Going the wrong way. And well, also for that Yoru gives you the tips about the boss. You need to bring him the daily ration of your swamp weed. But I don't need to. Oh, where the hell am I going? Jump! Oh, that was close. So Fortuna's is right at the blacksmith. There it is. Harlock is that guy at the water pipe. Hardlock, I'm sorry. Just beat him up.
Clear winner, I'd say.
Oh, he doesn't even have anything. So we just take our daily...
Come closer. Every newcomer to this place receives a...
I remember how like some of the camps don't even have some sort of law structure. I think the new camp as well, like you can just beat up any bandit you like. Nobody gives a shit. Or is it just that he specifically nobody cares about? I'm sure if you attack a Templar or a Guru or so, but I think with novices I'm not even that sure in the end.
no, I don't want to trade. I want to go. Okay, Harlock. What about some working instead of smoking the whole day?
For trouble again?
Gorham sent me.
What?
Get your ass to the weed mashers, or you'll be for it.
Just try to mess with me again, sucker.
Huh? Okay, we beat him up a second time.
Clear winner, I'd say.
Why? God damn it! Come back! This son of a gun! Come back! Why is he running so fast? Come back! Gotcha! Or not. God damn it! It isn't as painful. Come on! Holy crap! You know what? Sooner or later he will come back. Totally forgot talk first and then beat it, and then kick his ass. Okay,
That was beautiful. Just a very 10 of only one. Well, maybe you should, but maybe tomorrow you will not. We will win 9 out of 10 games, and then you're happy again about playing World of Tanks. Or you could just stop playing World of Tanks and watch harem anime, like I do, or I did rather. Wait a minute. Is the figure of speech seriously sooner or less? Because in German it's früher oder später. Früher oder später. So it should that would be directly translated from German. Because sooner or less, I guess that's just completely different figure of speech.
No, don't run away a second time. Okay, we need to wait till he's get up. Come on.
Ah, okay.
Eat some raw meat. There it is. Where's my meat? There it is. Yummy. Yummy. And some salad. Okay, he's getting up again. Come on, lazy bone.
You'll be sorry for that.
No, I'm not sorry for that.
Looking for trouble?
Well, do you feel like giving your pal a break now?
Watch your Chinese cartoons. Or you can listen to Bad Apple for like half an hour in a loop. How I recently do the whole time.
Don't call me sucker again.
That's something you said in the first video. Made fun of it. Oh really? I did. You know, sometimes I feel like somebody with Alzheimer's. You're my treater that constantly reminds me of stuff I used to do. It's like,
I can't say wrong.
remember Couchmore back then when you went and fight the Nazis or some shit like I don't know. I'm talking shit right now.
Meat washers should be. God damn it. It's still easy to get lost in this camp. Ashes, yeah, there they are. So
I have spoken to Gorin. You have done one of our brothers a great service. Your cause was just. That's why I've chosen you for a special task. Kor Kalom urgently needs new swamp weed for his experiments. Our gatherers are working day and night. Go to them and take their entire harvest to Kalom's alchemy lab.
So, that will be the quest for the next episode. So, until then, au revoir. And we're back with more Gothic fun, so we need to talk to Gorin.
Back.
Oh, wait. Arlong is already there. Where's Gorin? I want to have some reward. Gorin. Where is that sucker?
I don't know if the songs that I look for is that a Niaruko
Oh,
opening.
Gorin. Oh,
Are you me? Because that's what I'm constantly fucking doing. It's horrible.
To get the
It's like the fuck. I mean, it's all. So, but when were you looping that? Was that also after Gamescom or just in general? Seen that movie Misery, and does it scare you that we know your every passwords? Oh wait, this guy. We have to listen to him.
Wait, you can help me convert this swamp into a massive meadow of flowers.
Okay, you just got started. Me? I'll be back later. He's not going to get me anywhere.
I think so.
Oh, I kind of missed it.
Where's the first guy? Valor.
See that movie Misery, and does it scare you that we know every part? What is the movie Misery, or is that just a figure of speech movie Misery? It's scary that we know. It is kind of unsettling sometimes, or just kind of strange if somebody remembers something I did better than myself. But I mean, it makes sense. Like, I have no reason to rewatch my old LPs, but if people do, I mean, people still like LPs somebody did, they rewatch it. I I mean, I also have like LPs I rewatched a couple of times.
It's not like doing a fancy pants saying, oh no,
The series ran on TV. It was just too catchy. Wait, Nyaruko ran on TV, or did you watch it like on TV at one point?
those creatures you see
Or
sharks. Yeah, that
because Bad Apple isn't an opening, right? It is about like the whole Tuhu shtick, but it's not a. I think it's like a remix of some character's theme from Toho. But Bad Apple itself isn't really
it's just the thing that we can't
a opening, right?
far too weak.
Famous guy gets kidnapped by a massive fan. Oh, you mean like in like in the new Sonic cartoon, Sonic Boom, where he gets kidnapped by a creepy fanboy and is forced to read his creepy fan fiction. You have no reason to rewatch my old LP. Well, to be fair, the only reason I'm rewatching it is because you requested it. So, ha. I mean, I sometimes just like out of nostalgia or out of curiosity, I just sometimes like tune into one of my old videos, but that doesn't really count as whole rewatching it. Oh, Ball Netback is a joke on Joachim Nettelbeck, right? In PCK. Is that? So are they? I guess it's an innocent joke because I don't think they're taking the piss out of it. Also, this is also classic Gothic one.
I have not enough arrows to kill them. I don't know if I keep missing it. It doesn't help me. Yeah, I don't have enough. Can't even attack. This is so ridiculous. I don't know what this is really bad enemy placement. And what the hell is my bow doing? This looks a little bit weird, but that happens from time to time if you use the bow. So there are the other guys.
Well, it's more innocent than Mud, who was the face of texture. Who's Niels Roof? Is that somebody I should know? Ah, yes, I had to kill the blobflies as part of these. So they actually give the swamp weed harvest.
In the swamp. It's a bit risky. And then there's those damn blood flies. Work would be much easier without them. Do you follow?
Wait a minute. Maybe now that you mention it, that he works for Viva or MTV, it kinda does ring a bell. Let me Google his name. Niels Roof.
Going to the swamp. I guess he means those block flies. There's another.
Oh, he does look like Dick in general. Holy crap, he does look like a dick.
Okay, we need to get rid of the block.
Holy fucking shit. He looks like a huge fucking douche.
Without
Like, I mean, literally, like, his 6 pictures is him, is him giving the finger, so that already says a lot about him. That he's an incredibly pleasant person. And the only real people I remember from Viva back then in the day is Stefan Raab and Mola Adebisi. But I don't even know what those people are doing. Like, well, Stefan Raab, I obviously know what he's doing. Well, basically, he's retired. I'm the only producer now. But Mola, I have no idea. I've recently seen him in some sort of like a promi. I think it was like, not handball, how is it called? Dodgeball tournament or something like that. Yeah, I guess he's just a full-time dick now.
So that's it.
Or what?
Delete it. We just
Let's see, what
have
does his
to bring it
Wikipedia
back to
page
Paul
say?
Colomb, then go back to Paul. So we finally gave the.
Oh, in 2014 he was part of the German version of Hell's Kitchen.
But we also have to.
Hooray!
There's still
In 2016, he was part of Let's Dance.
Bruce, the one who wants a new stove for the camp. And there's also that one we need to cast the magic spell to
And
impress him.
his management kicked him out after he he was kind of an asshole after somebody died. Hi H1Z7. I can't really read Cyrillic. But I think there are plenty of other streams where people can read that are about Gothic.
Cork alarm is up there in the hut. We need to climb up the ladder and go to him and say hello.
But like the real Hell's is the English one. You mean the British one? Is there a British Hell's Kitchen? I'm not sure. I know that the American one, or just I mean in general, American TV is so incredibly formulaic. It's so obnoxious. Like it's always the fucking same. And I bet you that there are, like, in every season of, like, Hell's Kitchen or whatever else fucking reality show, like also Big Brother or whatever. Well, Gordon Ramsay also did the American one. But
Yeah, you just randomly get that.
Gotta Tigra. No idea what you mean. No idea what you want from me. But the Kappa doesn't help. Well, Kappa is universal. But no. What I want to rant about is that these shows are so formulaic because you know that, like, at least 2 candidates are always actors. They're just there to stir shit up and just to create drama. Like, there's always an incredibly incompetent one, and there's always an incredibly polarizing one or really aggressive one that is there to just stir shit up. The idiot is there for for the audience to laugh at him, and the troublemaker is there to stir trouble between the different parties. Like that's also the troublemaker is usually the one that also makes it pretty far, because it creates like adversity in the group. Hey, asking what game is this? Well, oh, oh, blooper time, guys.
There we go, Colom's recipe. We got it. So now we go back to the other ball. Or we can just die.
Oh no!
God, I always thought we can just simply jump off here without dying. Well, you know what? We see us later. I just spent the video right here. So just we go without enough. Good night. So I'm back.
Yeah, that's true. It's fake as hell, but Gordon Ramsay's still really entertaining. Although, one thing that annoys me about this is about the whole Hell's Kitchen thing. Yeah, Hell's Kitchen is basically like the German version has like with like famous people, quote unquote, like with those the people that have nothing to do else. But the American version is like with real candidates, and it's about like they work in a restaurant kitchen, like with 2 teams. They do like the regular like dinner service of Gordon Ramsay's recipes, and like after every week, one gets kicked out, and in the end, there's only one left, and the one guy that wins, he gets like, I don't know, I think he wins his own restaurant or some shit like that. So it's like, it's basically like that. But did you ever save the game while you were dead? I think that's actually not possible. Or at least in Gothic 2 it's not possible. I think it, or was it oh wait, this dialogue is hilarious. And then I start writing about Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, a really cheesy act of cheesiness.
I have renounced the old gods.
Really? What made you do that?
I had a vision. The sleeper talked to me.
What did he say?
He said,
Go to the camp in the swamp and join the Brotherhood.
You're a very rich man, stranger. The sleeper doesn't reward many people like that.
The sleeper has chosen you. Do you really want to join us?
Yes, I wish to follow the sleeper.
Go to Kor Kalom.
Alright, that's good enough.
Because you are a true support.
Oh, so it is possible.
That's a lot. So, one ball more.
I love that. I love that bug. But okay, you also have like, yeah, go into Marvin mode.
Didn't even show how to.
Although I guess if you don't know the
So, let's just choose.
demonic roar. Yeah, also though, I think I also complain about why this is supposed to be a sigh. But okay. Now, one thing I want to say about Gordon Ramsay is that I hate that in American, like, he also does like not only Hell's Kitchen but also Kitchen Nightmares, which is also a show where he's basically just shouting 24/7. You know those famous one-liners, he's like, "Oh, it's wrong, you donkey," and shit like that. But the thing I really dislike is that Gordon Ramsay isn't really like that. He got famous for that in American TV, but if you watch like the British version of Kitchen Nightmares, for example, he's completely different. Like, he's an incredibly passionate guy, and the only reason he gets cross is because he just has such a passion for cooking. And of course the American TV is like, oh hey, this is so hilarious, I hope he does it all the time. But like, if you see like the British version of Kitchen Nightmares, which is a show where he tries to like help out failing restaurants, you have both things, of course. Like, there are some owners who are just fucking stubborn idiots where he actually does shout at them, but there are also many like just passionate but just failing people, which he puts so much passion in to put so much passion in to help them, and he's like really into it, which I always find really wholesome about Gordon Ramsay. Also, like on his YouTube channel, when he like does where he like shows random recipes, he's also really like just really passionate about food, and that's, I think, is also the reason why he gets angry if like people have like bad restaurants, in the sense that they have like lazy like, for example, just have only frozen food or so, because he just hates when people waste food like that, like good food, and doesn't respect the customer, in the sense that they serve them frozen food, and maybe even literally lie to them by saying, oh, this is actually not oh. What the hell?
Am I still recording? What the hell? Okay.
Okay. This is beautiful. Let's go back. Oh yes, I have a timer. I always had a timer on to see if I make it over 10 minutes, 12 minutes or so. Okay, let's see.
Oh my god, am I still recording? What the hell?
This is beautiful. Ah, there we go. Look, now we can see what is open. This is Gothic, and yes, the program I used is the ANT4 pizza timer. I had a pizza timer for that. I guess it was used for something else, but it was a really useful thing. Then we have the Hypercam, Windows Media Player. Why do I have Windows Media Player open? There's no real reason for me to have Windows Media Player open. And WordPad, I guess that was just for notes, like where I wrote down what I need to do. Or some shit like that. But hey, behind the scenes things.
Okay, step one, which I should have better done before I went to the swamp camp with Paul Pervez. You talked to.
Oh, trust me, it is cringy, especially if it's my old, like, really, my old, really, with, like, heavy accent voice, which makes it even cringier. I think I saw the kitchen over here. German put sausage in it because Germans like sausage. Ah, yes, there's also, I think the German version is with Christian Rach, right? Or, it's so hard to switch from English to German. Christian Rach. Yeah, that was him. I never really watched it. Although I've seen like one snippet from a restaurant from the German version where it was like basically the restaurant was all about revolving hollandaise. Like every single dish had hollandaise on it or in it or whatever. And the best thing was like there was also, for example, there was even a hollandaise soup, which was just a bowl of hollandaise you could eat. It was absolutely stupefying. And the best thing was, the hollandaise wasn't even self-made. It was fucking store-bought. Bought. It was like this the regular Tommy, whatchamacallit thing. That was it. Happens again and later, but it's even more funny. Yeah, I did the thing. Yeah, I didn't episode the video. I didn't episode the videos. I didn't edit the videos at all because I always uploaded the raw files. Like in this episode, for example, I just paused the recording every time.
Okay, next step, talk to Dusty again.
Yes, those hollandaise from a Tetra Pak. It was literally that. But yeah, the reason why I don't edit those at all because I always uploaded the raw file. Like I had Hypercam, which had a pause feature, which I always used here. So because otherwise I would have edited. Because editing would have meant I had to reprocess it, which of course takes time, and ain't nobody got time for that. Yes. You see, I didn't record that. I was a smart boy. Like, I had the right intentions, just the laziness of, having re-render. Jesus Christ. I think I'm starting to feel the rum. A little bit, at least.
Great, man. I'm ready. Start as soon as you want, but don't forget.
But I have to say, I think I have to drink more caipirinha. That's pretty good, I have to say.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Yes. 600, alright, let me see. I can tell you how I can tell you the exact resolution of it. Let's see, Gothic, because it's an incredibly uneven resolution. Yes, it's 644 times 480, but because I'm also recording the borders, it's 644 times 480. It's beautiful. But yes, like. I think after a certain point, after episode 30 of the LP, I actually started rendering them through Windows Media Player. That's also where I guess I did a bit more editing. Yeah, it's true. The only thing I would probably change is just that the UI gets smaller. And at a certain point, it would probably be annoying because you could barely read anything anymore.
Don't you? Follow me. It's really a little bit annoying because you need to look that he's keep tracking with keeps that he can keep up with you.
Stop! Where you think you're going with our friend?
We're just going for a stroll. Here's 100 ore.
Why, I never saw anything.
Yeah, the might of the ore. It's not every time the magic of the ore who can cause such things. But okay, in the next episode we will bring Dusty to the sect camp, so until then, au revoir. Grüezi and welcome back around to Let's Play Gothic. Well, I finally made it with Dusty to the sect
Oh
camp.
man, I just realized how bad the video quality is now. Because this is one that is rendered with Windows Media Player. Like the quality instantly got worse. Oh yeah, I think the sound desync happens when you pause too much. When I pause too many times with Hypercam. I think that was just a problem with the game. with the recording software.
Your soul can still be saved.
Did I say Windows Media Player? Yes, Windows Movie Maker is the thing I wanted to say.
I need you to speak in my favor. You have
Watch this video for the first time with my uncle's PC.
Kalam and
Aww.
No, I don't
I first thought you wrote first time with my uncle, which I thought
camp, so
kind of
cover
weird.
pretty much every
Okay.
quest
Okay, I'm definitely starting to feel the RAM.
you can do in the swamp camp.
Because I was actually quite a lot of rum, and I'm usually not that much of a drinker.
Why you keep tracking me? Go back to the old camp to Diego and say
You tried when you first said PID at us and you got shouted at for using 720p because it was too high. Was it? Was I shouted out because of Dad? I don't remember anymore. Like I posted, like I wanted to initially post my Gothic 2 LP also on something awful and did like a test thing. I remember that my banner was way too fucking huge, and there wasn't really many people commenting on it, and I just forgot about it or just left it be altogether. For the first time I had chicken pox.